Have you ever cared for everyone but forgot to care for yourself? Have you ever helped everyone around you, but when you needed help, no one came? This is the story of a kind man who gave love to everyone, but forgot to give love to himself. And when his heart finally broke, he learned the most powerful lesson of his life. Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, lived a man named Arif. Arif was loved by everyone. He wasn't rich or famous, but he had the biggest heart in the whole village. If someone's cow was lost, Arif helped find it. If someone's roof was leaking, Arif fixed it. If someone was hungry, Arif shared his food, even when he had very little. People always said, Arif is the heart of this village. But no one knew that deep inside, Arif was tired and lonely.
Every morning before eating, Arif carried water to the old widow Amina. Then he helped his neighbor fix the fence. After that, he worked in the fields until sunset. When he came home, his small house looked broken. The roof needed repair, the walls were cracked, and the floor was full of dust. He sighed softly and said, "I'll fix it tomorrow." But that tomorrow never came. One evening, a young boy came running, shouting, "Uncle Arif, my father's ox has fallen into a pit. Please come quickly." Without a second thought, Arif ran to help. He pulled and pushed with all his strength until the ox was safe. Everyone cheered for him. But that night, as he walked home, Arif felt dizzy. His legs were weak and his heart felt heavy. He reached his door and collapsed. For 2 days, Arif lay sick and weak inside his house. He waited, thinking maybe someone would come, maybe Amina, maybe the neighbors, but no one came. Everyone thought, Arif must be out helping someone else. No one knew that this time he was the one who needed help. As he looked at the roof above him, he whispered, "I gave my heart to everyone, but when I needed them, no one was there." Tears rolled down his cheeks. On the 3rd day, a monk came to the village. He saw Arif lying near his door, pale and weak. The monk gave him water and sat beside him. He asked gently, "My son, why are you lying here all alone?" Arif smiled weakly and said, "Because I was too busy helping everyone else. I forgot to take care of myself." The monk looked at him kindly and said, "My child, you cannot light other people's lamps if your own flame is gone." Then he added, "Love is a beautiful thing, but it must begin with you. You cannot pour water for others if your own cup is empty." Those words touched Arif's heart deeply. The next morning, Arif slowly stood up. His body was weak, but his mind felt new. For the first time, he decided to care for himself. He cleaned his house, fixed his broken roof, and planted flowers outside his door. And every evening, he sat by the river watching the sunset, something he never had time to do before. People began to whisper, "Arif has changed. He doesn't help like he used to." But Arif simply smiled and said, "I'm still helping. I'm just starting with myself." Days turned into weeks. Arif's face looked brighter and his steps were stronger. When someone came asking for help, he didn't always say yes. Sometimes he said, "Let me finish my own work first, then I'll come." At first, people didn't understand, but soon they saw the truth. Arif was happier, more peaceful, and still kind, but now stronger than ever.
His balance taught everyone in the village a quiet but powerful lesson. One evening, Amina visited Arif with a smile. She said, "You've taught us something new, Arif. We used to think love meant giving everything away, but now we know we must care for ourselves too." Arif smiled and replied, "When you love yourself, your love for others becomes pure and full." Slowly, the whole village changed. People started helping one another, but they also began taking care of their own hearts and homes.
As the sun set one evening, Arif sat by the quiet river. The orange light reflected on the water. He closed his eyes and whispered, "Now I understand. Loving yourself first isn't selfish. It's the beginning of real love. Remember, you can't help others if your heart is empty. You can't love anyone deeply if you don't love yourself first. Take time to rest. Take time to heal. Take time to love yourself. Because the world needs your light, not your pain." If this story touched your heart, don't